Welcome back to Vampire Survivors, and today we'll limit break Soma. Soma starts with a bomb, and that bomb is really, it's horrible, okay? It's one of the worst starting weapons possible, but once you get it going, it's going hard. So as usual, we'll go for Paranormal Scan, and we want to limit break only this weapon, but we use Paranormal Scan to get bonus stats. Our main focus in the beginning is to make sure that we level up all of the weapons, but especially Paranormal Scan, because we want to evolve it at minute 1. And I checked over all of the arcanas which work with the weapon, and there's actually only one. You know, it's Heart of Fire, meaning we can go for whatever we please. This is so bad. Okay, this is horrible. I have a feeling this will not work out the way I thought it will work out, okay? The Soul Steal effect is amazing. So every single time where you would die, once at least per life, you will trigger a Soul Steal effect where you will just kill all of the enemies and consume them as HP. So we fully recovered, and hopefully this is enough time to survive, because we will be heavily delayed. Now, it could be that I first have to go for the main weapon and need to restart the entire thing. Okay, let's avoid these guys because they deal a lot of damage. Okay, there's the boss. Oh god, we just healed so much. Okay, that was amazing. Mini Ghost, yeah, let's take that one further. So the Mini Ghost is maxed out. We need to max it to evolve. And we also need to max out the Paranormal Scan. But we are not even that far away. And then the goal is to get Empty Tome that we trigger as much as possible. Okay, the Hand Grenade is also fine. And we could even take a Tirachizu just to make sure that we have another revival. Which also means that we'll trigger the Soul Steal effect. Okay, you know what? I'll just roll. I need Life Sign Scan. 3 more level ups. We want to finish this before we hit level 20, because otherwise it takes way too long. Nice, we got the chest. That can also happen that you don't get that. Oh, NFT. Okay, huge. These are the things that you need to do this. Okay, come on. Paranormal Scan. I can't use all too many rolls, because we still need to get the Arcanas. We just trigger a Soul Steal effect from the thing that we picked up. You're maxed out. Are we done? We are done. And there we go, every 15 seconds we now gain bonus stats reduced by our cooldown. Just for those people that are new, Wicked Season gives us 1% of these 4 stats every 2 level ups, and whatever it shows below the character is doubled, so right now that's Greed. And Silent Old Sanctuary gives us bonus cooldown reduction and might depending on our empty weapon slots. So do I just want to go into the middle right now, or do I want to... Let's actually get all of the items, because I kind of want to have the Arcana as soon as possible, and we don't even really care about the Fire Arcana. Now there's a conflict. The problem is, Heart of Fire is incredibly weak. So it doesn't do a lot for you, meaning I would rather go for something like double trigger on our weapons. Not only do we get more bombs, but this especially means that we get double the stats. So I think I will actually just go for... Oh, but can I afford to go into the center? Like, will I actually survive this? Because I don't think I will survive this. Yeah, I have to evolve first. And there's our first death. Believe it or not, this was actually the first death. Even though this entire thing was so bad, that was... You're maxed out? Okay, what do we go for now? Empty Tome? Right, to trigger everything more often. Isn't the music amazing? I really enjoyed it, it's so cheerful. So I think we just got cooldown. That is what we mainly need. I think I will try to max out Candelabrador here just in case it's required that nothing goes wrong, because at 3 minutes we have the next chest, and if this doesn't work out, then I have to wait 2 minutes and that would be horrible. Okay, we got really lucky with Candelabrador. Wait, no, it's the first item that can get upgraded. And this has a higher chance to appear here in the slot. So where is the boss? What are even the items that I want to have? We could go for Brazier. Sure, let's do that. Because I haven't checked out what the weapon works with stat-wise. Okay, oh, there we go. Oh, Penta Chest is amazing. And now we have a grenade launcher. The RPG Explosions Propagate. Now watch this. Okay, I know you don't get to see a lot, but do you see that? Do you see the sheer power of that? So what is the goal right now? I think I want to take Clover, because then we have more luck to double trigger the weapons. Once we have the Arcana, I still need to get that. I'm actually not sure if Brazier does anything, but it should speed up the shots, right? That they fly faster. I'm pretty sure. And given that they last so long, I almost expect that duration will work out and make them just linger around longer. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. The reason I say this doesn't really make sense is, if you talk about explosions, you rather expect that amount affects them, because then you do more explosions, and duration doesn't fit to explosions. That doesn't really change anything. We are now maxed out. That means we are in limit break territory. There's area. We will go for... Okay, amount is a given. But we will go for paranormal scan until we have minus... Okay, amount again is better. Until we have minus 90% cooldown reduction. I mean, alternatively, I can just run to the middle. We get Sapphire Mist to double trigger. We'll go for Silvering to get area and duration. And now we'll run away and get the crown. Why did this work out? I've turned off the damage numbers because that's a little bit overkill. There's already so much going on the screen. We have to be careful though. Do I have a revival? We gained a revival back, or we started with one additional revival. We would get this back from the paranormal scan, giving us random stats. And one of them is also revival. Okay, good. Dude, I don't need area. And I honestly don't even want to have the fire explosion. The reason is that it's just so extreme that you can't see anything anymore. Then again, when has this ever stopped me? You know? Do you see all the double stat triggers there? Isn't that great? There's the last crown. Do we even want to go for bonus amount? The main issue is that we lose growth out of it, and amount is capped at plus 10, which we will reach naturally. But if we get plus 4 right now, plus 3, what is it? Let's just take it. I think it's worth it. So first we'll go for the crown. Then I want to pick up all of the experience, because if we consume the big red gem that has all of it, before we get the upgrades in, then it still has full value. Like, do you see that? How it has minus 3%? And we just want to get the red gem right now. Please tell me we have it. I think that was it. Yes, we did it. So now we already obtained all of the experience, and it doesn't matter that you decrease it for what we collected right now. And now it's time for random always. Wow. What is happening? What is happening? I'm not killing anything. Wait, what just happened? Wait, what is going on? Like, how does the explosion actually trigger on the weapon? Because that looked like there is a condition, depending on it, that maybe the enemies are not allowed to be too close. Yeah, look at this. Wait. What is going on? I mean, when it happens really big. But, like, what is going on there? Did I actually break the weapon? Is this normal? Like what is going on? I don't have a single explosion. Did I miss it? Where's the hole? There it is. Yeah, okay, here we get a lot more. Wait a sec. I don't understand this. Like, I think it has to fly, but maybe it only explodes if the hit kills an enemy, and if the enemies are too tanky, then it just doesn't explode. But that would be so silly, that doesn't make any sense. So I think what we'll do is, we'll just go for Heart of Fire and hope that this helps us clear the enemies. There's no reason to go for anything else, because making the weapon more extreme at this point pretty much means we just make the effect that nothing happens more extreme. What is going on? I mean, the freezing, ironically, I was at first mad that I kept the freezes in and forgot about them, but now they are helping us. So you aim on your own, that's good to know. And it causes explosions, but to propagate it has to kill the enemy, I think. Okay, can you maybe just kill something? Like, I feel like nothing is dying around me. Yeah, I feel like nothing at all is dying. And I wanted to go for bonus enemies, but looking at this now, I'm like... that's maybe not a great idea if we flood the stage even more. And I'm sorry, but I gotta sit you down and we need to have a talk, okay? I think everyone knows that I love Vampire Survivors. I have like 600 videos on the game, if not far more. But there's one thing that is a little bit of a problem, which is that I got a little bit tired of it. As in, the runs feel too identical, you know, people have complained, why didn't you play every single character on the DLC? Even though the only thing that changes is one weapon on one character. This is why I skipped, for at least to show the Dracula fight with Richter. But the thing is, a lot of this feels very similar, and especially now that the Dakasu were introduced, that I add a lot of gambling. Like, I will start a limit break video, like a solo weapon limit break, and I say I need these and these arcanas, and then you don't get them. And it's so frustrating. Hey, we got a candy box, that's nice. But I think what I really want to say is that it's just... if you've played the game for so long and played so much, then it becomes redundant. Okay, there's not that much difference in it anymore. And for example, like after 15 minutes in these limit break videos recently, I just sat there and I'm like, I can end the video here. There's nothing that will change anymore, and I've lost this hype that I had in me. So I don't want to force videos, that's just not what I do on my channel. And that's why you have seen such long breaks. Now, I'm not saying this video here, now that I'm doing it, it's forced. I actually was really excited about the RPG to see how it plays out. And then seeing what's happening here, it's like, you know, this didn't really lift up my spirit at all. It's like, I don't see anything going on. Nothing is exploding. I guarantee if you turn on the damage numbers, we'll see a bunch next to us. Yeah, do you see that? So it has to kill the enemy, I'm pretty sure, to explode. And without that, just nothing at all happens. Now, fear not, if you mostly enjoy watching Vampire Survivors, this is actually not the first time I have this drought, where I just don't feel like it. Wait, we just have to spawn these ghouls, because the ghouls are super weak. And then we can explode again. Oh, Dex, you genius. Okay, it doesn't work out as well as I hope, but it's kind of working out. Yeah, it's kind of working out, right? At least when the ghouls are around, we get a bunch of explosions. We'll just ignore that those are way worse enemies. I don't even know if they give experience or not. It looks like it, but I'm not so sure because they're mixed in with everything else. We could go for Boogaloo of Illusions, but you will scale up naturally, and we have so much area on the weapon either way. Let's just do it. So what happens? It doesn't look that much different, but I'm noticing the enemies feel a lot more cleared out. Maybe this was just what was needed. And as much as I love the game, sometimes you also need to sit down and have a serious talk, and there are a couple of things that I simply do not understand how they are not a thing in the game. Take, for example, an opacity slider. Why did the developer refuse until now to introduce one? Because this has existed from mods since forever. Or for example, a movement speed limiter. Why can this go up infinitely and I have to mod this down that we can still take a look at the game? Yeah, when you notice that suddenly I don't run around like a maniac anymore, I just reduce this with a mod that I'm using. And there are actually a bunch of these features where I think it's been a couple of years now, they could have really been included. Like, I'm not salty, okay? I may sound a little bit like, oh, Dex is now dishing out against the game. No, I've actually always mentioned these things, but when you get a little bit more tired with a game, or completely tired, just because it's overloaded, I have 1,700 hours in the game and I didn't farm a lot of gold. Meaning this playtime is actually mostly me just recording videos and playing on my own, because I always really enjoyed the game. But once this goes away, the flaws stick out more, and then they get stuck in your eye. You know, you always focus on them, certain issues, and it's like, and obviously, my videos are meant to be entertainment, right? This is the #1 thing that I have, like, in the very first place. You're supposed to open them and have fun and enjoy me. And if I don't have fun, I think this is a lot harder. I mean, okay, there are frustrating videos, right, where it's fun seeing Dex struggle. I get that, because when I edit, I also enjoyed it. I laugh at myself for how unlucky I get sometimes. But the point is, if I'm just like, you know, then no one is having fun. Okay. I gotta admit, we have a few explosions here. See, this is why I wanted to play this weapon. This is what I was hoping for. Not this other thing that I was doing. I want this. I want these booms. Okay, so we have to accept that they take a moment to happen, but as long as we have the ghouls around, everything is fine. I think if we don't have the ghouls, let's take a look at this. So we have to wait until they despawn, because they were already spawned. And then we take a look at it, just how bad or how good it is. Because maybe we don't even require the ghouls and could just kill the normal enemies. So, there are still ghouls in there, let's wait until... Okay, now they are gone. I mean... It's... Nah, that's way too bad. I can't take that, I'm sorry. Okay, this is what I live for. Destruction! Oh, this is amazing. I actually straight up love that. I think Vampire Survivors may need... Okay, but this is like me talking from my perspective of being exhausted, right? So my take could be completely wrong for most people that play the game, that really love it. But for me, it's a little bit like, if I look at the DLC and I know I have to play 40 games just to unlock the new weapons, I'm like, don't make me do that. Like... I think it would be better if you unlock a lot more weapons, like it is in the beginning of Vampire Survivors. You get on the stage, you unlock a bunch of stuff, and you have like 10 new weapons, right? I mean, to be fair, you start out the DLC and you have a lot of the weapons, but then suddenly you have to play every single character to unlock more. And that is just so draining, and I think I would rather enjoy it if I would have more weapons, and then I can test out more combinations. It's not about being done earlier, it's rather about... if I start the next run with the next character, I don't just want to have one more weapon available, I want to have like 3 more weapons that I can test out. And then I can mix and combine them with every single new character that I get. And I think then I wouldn't have skipped. Now, does this mean that I dislike Vampire Survivors now, even with the negative things I have said and the other negative things that exist that I just don't think of? Nope. Vampire Survivors will remain the #1 for me, and I think this DLC is a top tier. Just because someone is tired or something doesn't mean that he suddenly thinks something is bad. Because some people take this personally, they're like, oh, did you just insult my game? I can't believe that I'm gonna write a mean comment. I'm gonna show you what I'm capable of. He's like, dude, relax, it's fine. There's just something really satisfying seeing the enemies dance around me and then suddenly there's a big boom. Yeah, and everything dies. You don't get to socialize around me. This is what happens if you get too close. We have made it to the 20-minute mark and I tried to avoid picking up any more experience because now, oh my god, the movement speed. Nothing has changed. I haven't leveled up. This is just from the paranormal scan, by the way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is what happens with more area. Do you understand now why I didn't take Boogie off a Loogie? Because we naturally gain so much area, and then you have the limit break stats that give you area, but we actually need to kill something. I don't understand. I would really bump up the limit break to give it a better scaling. Like 0.25 is just not enough for many of the weapons. The bigger issue though is actually the Heart of Fire. So in the past, Heart of Fire used to deal half the weapon damage to the enemies, which was insane. And this got changed, that it's just like, I don't even know, it has like its own scaling, but it's super low. I recall the last time I took it, it dealt 30 damage to the enemies when my weapon was dealing like 500 damage. In other words, it's pointless. Where's Heart of Fire? Wait, I just saw 90 there. I have a feeling I know what this is. Do you see this tiny number there? And here? The 2-digit number, the 97? Yeah. We have nothing that deals such low damage numbers except for one thing that it could be, which is the Heart of Fire. So, Great Arcana. Totally not a waste. Totally not a waste. Look at the damage difference. 1040, 95. This would be 500 and that would be good. Like 500 would be amazing. What am I supposed to do with something in Arcana that deals 90 damage? And yes, before you say, but it hits every single enemy. That is true. But it doesn't matter all too much if it doesn't help us kill them. Okay, there are the next levels. Oh god. Oh no, you will be so big. Oh, this is not good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh. That's a small boom, isn't it? I gotta say one thing. The explosion of this weapon is so beautiful. I don't know what shape they did there, but it's utterly beautiful. Someone complained recently that the stage is too dark. Do you like this more? Do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy being flashbanged every few seconds randomly? Does it happen? Huh? Is it about... Yep, there, it's about to happen. You know what? I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. I love this. Explosions? Oh, okay. I just have to make sure that I actually walk into... What? Why does it change so much when I walk around? It doesn't. I just have to make sure that I walk into the ghouls, and then we trigger the explosion. No, wait. I was like, they are frozen. They can't die. Why is it exploding? But that's not true. I don't know why I thought that. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. You know, that's a few booms. Okay, keep going, keep going. We will never ever kill the bosses because the damage is way too low. I think the main problem is that the explosion is... Like, you just have one singular explosion, right? So they don't hit the enemies multiple times, but only once. Well, if you have something like Fire Wand, even though the weapon sucks, each ball can explode. That's a funny sentence. And this means you will hit all of the enemies per shot like 30 times with the explosions. 103? 99? Like, this is so sad. We are dealing 1.3k damage right now. Here. 1.3k damage. Ugh, yeah. It's okay. The only reason I could see why this was done is that, for example, a new player uses Heart of Fire and they have very low base damage, so halving that would be bad, but I can't really think of a situation where this really happens. Because you still have Spinach, right, to bump up the damage, and Fire Wand actually has a ridiculous amount of damage. Meaning, if it's half the damage, you just clear all of the enemies. Maybe that's a problem. That actually, the opposite thing is the case. It was too good for new players. That the moment they took it and had Fire Wand, it killed everything and you didn't need anything else. There's right now one thing going on that I honestly don't understand. If you take a look at the kill number here, which by the way never was added to the game, I don't know why. We kill around 100 enemies per second, but I don't see an explosion. So one thing I want to take a look at is, I have a feeling... No. This is just our main weapon. Like, we don't have the big boom. This is just our main weapon, I think. Hitting multiple enemies. Right? I don't know. I'm not booming anymore. Was I not with the ghouls? Something has happened that I completely stopped booming. No, the ghouls are walking in. So why do we not go boom? What could have also happened is that the explosion is so big that we don't see it anymore. Some weapons do that the animation just disappears or is outside of the screen. But usually you see like a little bit. Like, I don't see a single explosion anymore. Huh? Like, we see the Heart of Fire explode. There we go. That was the first one in ages. But it's actually really impressive that the weapon manages to get 100 kills here. I didn't expect that. I wonder what happens at 28 minutes. Once it takes a little bit for the old enemies to die, because these should be incredibly tanky and we can't kill them. 40. Listen, 40 to 60 would be incredible on inverse mode, where the enemies have triple HP. That was a big boom. Yeah, but we are not killing anything. I gave it some time to settle in for wave 29, and even though these enemies have less HP than the last wave... Heilige Schnitzel, what just happened? Even though these enemies have less HP than the last wave, just nothing happens. I mean, we still get occasionally kills on the ghouls, right? This is when you see the explosion. I guess that's when it shoots up. It's just because of the ghouls and nothing else. But why don't we see the explode? Dude, my game lagged like crazy. Did you see? Now I want to break it. I just want to make it go boom. Yeah, but it's over. Sadly, no more explosion. Well, I mean, I would say this was still amazing. This was incredible. And by incredible, I read the meter was a huge amount of fun, and not that it was good. Heart of Fire did a surprising amount of damage, given how low the numbers are. But we only care about focus damage to cause the big boom, and for that it just doesn't do anything. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.